Good evening. This is Making the Case. I'm Yodit Tewolde. In federal court today, one of R. Kelly's accusers wrapped up her third day of graphic and emotional testimony. BNC's Dre Clark walks us through the latest in the singer's sex trafficking trial. A warning, some of the details are disturbing.
It was a full day of testimony here at federal court in Brooklyn. Pastor Keith Williams testified that he was a longtime friend of R. Kelly and that he was the person who recommended the minister that married R. Kelly to Aaliyah. Then there was Veronica Jackson, a forensic scientist who said semen found on a shirt from one of R. Kelly's young accusers belongs to him. And there was also continued testimony from accuser Jane, and her best friend was brought in to corroborate Jane's claims. One of the last people to testify was a young woman who says she was best friends with Jane, the second accuser to testify against singer R. Kelly. She testified Jane texted her about being pregnant by R. Kelly, and then later texting she was scared to have an abortion. She says over time, the communication between the two became almost non-existent. She testified it was her understanding that Jane left high school in Florida in 2015 to live with Kelly to better her singing career. In one text, the woman said Jane wrote, "He has me singing seductive songs like Aaliyah." Meanwhile, Jane concluded her testimony after nearly 3 full days on the stand. Under cross-examination from Kelly's defense team, she read from several letters that were supposed to be for family members. She wrote about her mother encouraging her to take pictures of her and Kelly together to blackmail him for money. And she said her mother told Kelly, "Since you're having sex with my daughter, deposit $20,000 in a bank account and then $10,000 every month after that." She said her dad wanted to provide lighting for Kelly's concerts through his company, but Kelly declined the deal. And her mother wanted to partner with Kelly in a sex toy business. But under redirect from prosecutors, Jane said Kelly made her write those letters and say those things. She says Kelly made her write the letters as a form of protection against prosecution if he was ever called into court about their relationship. And she said her mother never spoke of blackmailing Kelly, but rather it was Kelly who told her to put that in writing. Jane's parents did sign over legal guardianship to one of R. Kelly's associates, clearing the way for her to move from Orlando to Chicago. But R. Kelly's defense team says Jane's parents never spoke with the woman who was responsible for taking care of their daughter. Meanwhile, R. Kelly has pleaded not guilty, but if he is convicted on these charges, he faces 10 years to life in prison. In New York, I'm Dre Clark for BNC.
My guest tonight says the testimony we heard from the last accuser could be some of the most important we'll hear throughout the entire trial. Here to discuss the latest trial, lawyer and legal analyst Bernarda Villalona, who also served as a former prosecutor in Brooklyn, where this trial is taking place. Glad to have you on, Bernarda.
Thank you for having me.
Why could the testimony from this Jane Doe in particular make or break the prosecution's case?
So Jane Doe number 5 is so important to the prosecution case, and for several reasons. For Jane Doe 5, 4 of the Mann Act counts, remember there's an indictment of 9 counts, and 4 of those counts pertain to Jane Doe number 5. In addition to that, in regards to the RICO charge, the racketeering charge, there are 11 acts as a part of that racketeering charge. 3 of those acts pertain to Jane Doe number 5. So it's easy to say that Jane Doe number 5 is the bulk of the prosecution's case in this prosecution of R. Kelly.
I see. Now, she's the second witness, but she's Jane Doe number 5, correct?
Yes, so she's the second witness to testify.
Okay.
Jane Doe number 4, who testified last week, and that was Jahonda Price, I believe, or Pace. She testified last week, but it was well known what her name is. So yes, I do know the name of Jane Doe number 5. However, it hasn't been publicly stated outside of the courtroom. So she is the second victim to testify. We did hear briefly about Jane Doe number 1, who we now know was Aaliyah. that is the person that the indictment is referring to. But Jane Doe number 4 and Jane Doe number 5, two different women with different experiences, but both of them making the same allegations that R. Kelly was a sexual predator that took advantage of them and beat them and held them against their will and had sex with them on various occasions.
Now, as Drake Clark reported, part of today's testimony on cross-exam was focused on letters Jane Doe wrote to her family members, making her read several pages where she defended Kelly and accused her parents of using her to milk the singer for money. However, on redirect, Jane Doe testified that Kelly forced her to write those letters as insurance. Now, through the line of questioning, what was the defense trying to convey to the jury?
So all the defense was trying to do, and remember that the defense has no burden. They do not have to prove anything. It is the prosecution that has to prove R. Kelly guilty of each of these counts beyond a reasonable doubt. So from the defense standpoint, all the defense is trying to do is create one seed of reasonable doubt. And the way to create it, where you're talking about these charges, where there is no physical evidence that's been presented, where what you have is testimony, the testimony of these alleged victims, then all you have to do is chip away at the credibility of Jane Doe number 5 and these other Jane Does, because if you do not believe what this victim is saying, what this complainant is saying, then guess what? Then you must find R. Kelly guilty. And what the defense was great at doing today is trying to establish, like, look, Jane Doe number 5 has a motive to lie. Jane Doe number 5, there is bias. There are inconsistencies. What she's testifying about today, about allegedly being forced to do these acts, is not that is what took place. If anything, it was a consensual relationship for 4 years where this young lady lived with R. Kelly, and that it was a family ambiance. And to the extent that even R. Kelly's attorney tried to get out of this witness, like, yes, it is unconventional what you're hearing about multiple women staying in a house in separate rooms, being locked in, but is it illegal? What they were getting at is that this was consensual. If it's consensual, then guess what? It is not criminal. So they try to chip away at the credibility, also to go with that this is consensual. So many different vantage points, but all they need is just one of it to stick for one juror to say, you know what, he's not guilty, or I have a reasonable doubt as to his guilt in regards to Jane Doe 5, because each Jane Doe for every count has to be judged independently of the other counts.
But here's the thing, Bernarda, even if they can prove that it eventually was, and I say eventually, was consensual, you can't consent when you're underage. So how do they get around that, the age in which R. Kelly initiated sex with these children?
So this is the thing. So Yodit, when we're talking about, and let me just focus on Jane Doe number 5, because Jane Doe number 5 has the 4 counts of the Mann Act. When you look at the indictment in regards to the Mann Act for Jane Doe number 5, even though R. Kelly met her and had sex with her while she was underage, she is not charged for having sex with an underage child when you're talking about Jane Doe number 5. What they charge in regards to Jane Doe number 5 is that she was transported through interstate commerce with the intent for her to enter into illegal sexual activity, that being reckless endangerment, and that R. Kelly gave her a disease, that being herpes. The 4 counts of the Mann Act has nothing to do with age, but more of that she was transported through interstate commerce, whether she was transported or whether she was coerced or persuaded to come through interstate commerce to engage in sexual activity. Because remember, the feds only get jurisdiction because we're dealing with interstate commerce and we're dealing with the RICO Act. If this were a state case, it will be completely different.
Tell me this. The prosecution, they conducted a pretty masterful redirect of this Jane Doe number 5, where they moved the focus from Jane Doe's parents back to R. Kelly, pointing out things that R. Kelly made her do, not her parents. So the prosecution called on Jane Doe's former friend, who talked about their text exchanges and calls, including one discussing the abortion Kelly allegedly forced her to have. Why was that so significant?
So that was so important because what the prosecution wanted to show is that the control that R. Kelly had over this young lady, the control, how he was possessive, that she wasn't thinking independently, that she was acting at the behest of R. Kelly. And if that is the case, then she is not really consenting to this, but rather is under the control of R. Kelly. And what I believe the prosecution is going to do later on in the trial is that they're going to call an expert to testify why young women or women in general would act the way that they did, like in this case, who stayed with their abuser, who listened to their abuser, who never went and got help or even lied to protect their abuser. And that will give insight to the jury and hopefully be able to put together the conflict of the women saying something different and acting differently. However, R. Kelly engaging in this illegal activity with them.
I've got so many questions, Bernarda. We could sit here and talk all night, but I'm running out of time. But I do want to ask you one question. Not surprisingly, we've been the only show to consistently cover this trial since the beginning. I have my thoughts, but why aren't we seeing other networks doing the same, much like the Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby trials?
Yeah, so that's very disappointing. You know, I'm glad for the Black News Channel because you're bringing these issues that affect our community. And when you look at the victims in this case, all 6 women are young African-American women. So is it that we do not care about our Black women? Is that the issue? Is that why there's no coverage about this? Because we're talking about, unfortunately, poor African-American women. So I'm glad for the Black News Channel that is shedding light on this because it does affect our community. And guess what? It seemed that just everyone seems to have failed these 6 young girls.
Absolutely. All right, trial lawyer and legal analyst Bernarda Villalona, thank you so very much for your time and insight.